Mr. Harper.
Thank you. Mr. Waxman, how are you? It's an honor to get to see both of you here, and I have a couple of questions. Listening to the President's speech last night, if he said it, I apologize, I missed it, but was there anything about nuclear energy I don't remember discussed in the speech last night? Is that something that you're pursuing favorably as a committee or discounting?
As we look at our energy needs, especially the goal of becoming more independent from importing our energy from places that do not wish us well, I think we have to look at a whole portfolio of sources, and I cannot imagine that we're going to meet our energy needs in this country without nuclear energy. Okay. So I see that as part of the overall sources of to deal with our growing needs in this country, and especially as we want to be more independent.
And one of the other things that the President discussed, Mr. Chairman, was that we are importing a record level of oil from foreign countries, and also that we're paying a price for our dependence upon oil. If those are concerns, are we moving as a committee, or do you anticipate moving as a committee towards additional exploration to recover our own natural resources, whether it be in ANWR, it be additional drilling for natural gas offshore? Are those things we are just abandoning, or are we going to pursue getting those so that is a method as we pursue these other ideas to decrease that dependence upon foreign oil?
The question of drilling in ANWR or offshore is not really within our committee's jurisdiction. It's not Natural Resources Committee. But what we need to do, in my view, is to provide the incentives to look for alternative energy sources, to use our energy resources that we have more efficiently, and to try to put in place the incentives for the private sector to develop that new technology, some of which we have and some of which we're close to getting, so that we can become more energy independent. It's a national security issue. We need to provide more jobs that will be, I think, promoted. And then we need to deal with the carbon emissions that are causing the threats of global warming, which may be the biggest environmental challenge that any of us have ever imagined.
Well, Mr. Chairman, I know, though, that in my district, in my state, I don't think that the small businesses and the students and people that are of modest means or seniors can endure another $4 a gallon gas price problem. So it may take years as we develop alternative means of energy and sources, and if we don't explore those further to get the fossil fuel that's available as a bridge even, then we're really hurting our small businesses. And so I would hope that would be something that we would look at. And one last comment I'd have, Mr. Chairman, is that I know that, as the President stated, as your committee stated, as you look at global warming issues, and we try to look at less spending or not growing at this rate, is it possible to shift any of the global warming work that your committee might be required to do to the Select Committee on Energy Independence and Global Warming? I know they don't do legislative work, I understand, but is there not stuff that could be shifted to them that you can draw from that reduces the need for additional employees?
Well, we want to learn from their series of hearings and any reports that they produce as a result of it. We're going to be talking closely to them, but we, as a legislative committee, have to be the ones on top of the issue. We're going to learn from the private sector, the public sector, anyone who has views. We want to take them into consideration, but we ultimately have to decide the legislation.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.